So with 18 hours of live tweeting the Boston Manhunt, please welcome Anthony Pompliano.
All right, so real shameless plug before you guys get started. Hold on one second. I'm turning 25, June 15th, and this is really shameless of me. I'm a military veteran, and my goal is to raise $2,500 for Wounded Warriors for my birthday. If you can go to anthony.pompliano.com, there's a campaign, probably 20% of you guys in here retweet it every day. I appreciate it so much. In 3 days, we've raised $800, and if we could get the rest, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to just be really happy, so I appreciate it. All right, ready? All right, so my background is in military, spent 7 years. The last 3 years I was in, did military intelligence, so plainly, I love this shit, right? I love this. All right, so not only do I really love all the military stuff, I took some of the technology that we had, built a company called Digiforce, run it here in Raleigh. We do social audience measurement. Basically, we know who you are, and you don't know we're following you. So, as you see, Boston Marathon's going to happen, and he doesn't know I'm following him either. All right, Boston Marathon bombing happens. Obviously, huge incident. 2 o'clock in the morning, I get woken up from about 30 of my friends calling me saying, hey, turn your television on. I look, and I'm like, game on. I start tweeting, and I didn't stop for 18 hours. And literally, I just kept tweeting and tweeting and tweeting and tweeting. Basically, what I wanted to do was share to the world what was going on. What did I use? What were my sources? Police scanners were a big one. There's a lot of controversy around don't tweet what people were saying on the police scanners. I'm here to say that through everything I learned, people don't care about a lot of things. What they want to know is they want to know the truth. They want to know real time. So when I use Twitter as well, but when across the police scanner, they were saying, we're looking for the Brown student. At that moment in time, that's who the police were looking for. It was the truth. And later on, the media came and said, hey, we messed up. In my world, I believe you didn't mess up. You're reporting facts in real time. And as we move forward into the future, we're going to continue to do that. And so in hindsight, yes, it was a mistake, but in real time, it was true. The power of the internet, you can't take it back. And then the third thing I use, so police scanner, Twitter, and I use the news sources, right? What ends up happening is I tweet over, we'll see the stats here in a second, over 600 times. I was getting information out to my followers over 2 to 10 minutes before you would see it pop up on CNN, right? Using a police scanner, watching Twitter, and reporting their own information that was going out over the news sources. So here's the results. 18 hours, I tweeted 600 plus times. I gained 550 followers, 750 retweets, 300 times somebody mentioned me, and Twitter hated me twice because they shut me down. So they have a rate limit per hour. I tweeted too many times within an hour. Twice they shut me down. They literally shut me down right after the guy was captured, and my last tweet went out, and literally it said, "Go America," right? So perfect timing. Everybody all over the world was watching, right? They were tuned in. I had people tweeting me from the Netherlands, Australia, Asia, South America, saying, hey, I shut my television off, or I don't have access to American television. I'm watching your Twitter stream. Keep going, right? I'm sitting in North Carolina in my bedroom on the floor with my computer, TV on, and the radio scanner playing through the internet, and I'm telling the world what's going on. They shut their televisions off to watch Twitter. The world's changing, right? The television reporters, they don't get it. Traditional media is dying right in front of our eyes, and they don't understand because a 24-year-old with no training, no journalism, no nothing, was telling the world what was going on. And not only was I telling them, what were people doing? There's a guy that's in here right now. He said he was following me, the guy who spoke earlier about the trash, right? He said, listen, I saw somebody else tweet and say, hey, if you're not listening to what @Pompliano is saying on Twitter, like you need to go follow him. 550 people started following me, right? What do people want to hear? They want multimedia. They want photos. They want videos. They want the inside scoop, right? It's like a movie. You want to follow the detective as he's chasing the suspect and then get all the way down that road and realize, uh-oh, no, actually we're wrong. We got to go down this other road, right? This is a dead end. Biggest thing that I learned, transparency, right? In the media, what they want to do before they report something, they want to have 2 confirmed eyewitnesses, right? It's done, right? We're not going to do that anymore. What I did, every time I tweeted, if I was unconfirmed, I said, listen, he's cornered in the boat, unconfirmed report, right? That's all people want to know. They want to know, what do you think, or what's the information coming out? But as long as you're transparent, say, is it confirmed or not? That's all they care about. As you do the transparent thing more and more and more, and people start to realize, you become authentic to them, right? And through authenticity, they trust you. So from 2 a.m. to 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, nobody cared. Nobody was retweeting me, nobody was following me, nobody was replying, nothing, right? As we got farther and farther in the day, I proved myself over and over and over again, 300, 400 tweets, right? Then people began to trust me and not all of them, right? People weren't following them anymore because what were they doing? They were making mistakes, right? They were making more mistakes than I was making, and they had access to more information. They had people on the ground, and I was getting the information right, and they were getting it wrong. It all comes down to authenticity, transparency. It builds trust and comedy, right? They want to be funny, right? So what did? I tweet one line of what was going on, right? Suspect cornered in a boat. Man, that sucks, right? People think that stuff's funny. They share it. It goes viral, right? One of the tweets I got the most viral action to it, I literally said, there was a kind of a lull in the action. I said, man, this feels like Iraq, in a boat, on land, in Boston, right? People thought it was funny. They shared it, right? And so what ends up happening is, again, going back to the movie scene, people want to see this develop just like a movie does, right? They want to see the planning section, right? They want to know, where are the police? What are they doing? How are they going to go try to find this guy? There's one guy. There are 9,000 police officers looking for him in a 20-block radius. Nobody could find him, right? So how is this happening? What's going on? Kind of here's the lead up to the plot. What's the action, right? Here it comes. We're getting up close to, the big scene, the big shootout, all that stuff. Oh, now the police come and say, hey, we're calling the search off. Right? Keep your eyes open, all this. And then immediately somebody makes a phone call to the police, and all of a sudden everyone rushes to the scene, and now there's a boat, and there's all this excitement. Everyone's just waiting, looking, right? There's a woman who's following me who later sent me an email and said, I was at dinner with an entire restaurant. There was no television there. I was reading your tweets in real time to the entire restaurant, right? They're reading it. I'm watching it on television. I'm listening to the police scanner, and what ends up happening? Everybody wants to know the ending. Right? Second most shared tweet was when I said, they captured a medic on the scene, go America. Right? It was a movie. That's what it was entertainment. They followed it just like you and I would follow a movie. And so what ends up happening is we're getting to the future. The old traditional media is slowly dying off, and this new form of sharing, of content, of reporting is emerging. And what ends up happening is it's up to every single one of us, right? Citizen journalism, open source, crowdsourcing a lot of information. When you see something, share it. That's why I love the trash, right? Share it. It's up to us to tell those stories, and we no longer need the big traditional media to do it. So, shameless plug again, follow me. I try every time I see something going on in the triangle to share it. I don't care if it's a tech story. I don't care if it's the trash stuff. I don't care if it is a show that's going on. Whatever I find, I want to share. And it's every single person's responsibility in this room to do the exact same thing. And only that way will we build a community that, one, has trust, authenticity, and transparency. Once you have those things, you create an environment where anything is possible, right? And there's no longer a future because we're living in it today. Thank you.